The Galactic Empire had ruled the cosmos for over 10 millennia. Their fleet was invincible, their technology unmatched, and their dominion uncontested. Hundreds of species across the galaxy bowed before their might, and those who resisted were erased from existence. To challenge the Empire was to embrace annihilation, a lesson etched into the history of countless civilizations. Then came humanity. For centuries, humans were considered irrelevant, a fledgling species confined to the Sol system, struggling to leave their own star. Imperial observers labeled them as primitive, their wars petty, and their sciences crude. Even after humanity's slow crawl to interstellar exploration, their expansion was laughable at best. No species had ever defied the Empire and survived. The humans, the Empire believed, would be no exception. But humanity had a knack for proving others wrong. The confrontation began near the edge of Imperial space. A mining colony on the barren world of Zroth 7 reported unauthorized human activity, an unmarked fleet maneuvering near the asteroid belt. Imperial protocol demanded immediate action, and Admiral Thaltran, a war hero with centuries of victories to his name, was dispatched to deal with the incursion. His flagship, the Eternal Dominion, was a city-sized dreadnought, bristling with weaponry that could obliterate planets. Accompanying it were 3 battlecruisers, 5 destroyers, and a swarm of fighter squadrons. Against this armada stood a ragtag human fleet of 7 ships, cobbled together from repurposed cargo haulers and outdated military vessels. "This will be over before the sun set," Thaltran remarked to his officers, his voice dripping with arrogance. "Humans are bold, but boldness without strength is merely foolishness." As the Imperial fleet closed in, the human ships made no attempt to flee or surrender. Instead, they sent a single, cryptic message: "Observe and learn." Thaltran scoffed. "Prepare to fire," he ordered. And then, the impossible happened. The human fleet shimmered. Not in the way of cloaking devices or teleportation, both technologies the Empire had long mastered. This was something entirely different. Space itself seemed to ripple around the human ships, bending and twisting, as if the universe were folding in on itself. In a blink, the fleet vanished. Not through a wormhole, not by hyperspace, but by something else entirely. The human vessels had moved faster than light without the telltale signs of any known propulsion system. Thaltran's tactical officer stammered as she reported the impossible. "Admiral, they've reappeared behind us." The fleet spun around. The human ships hovered calmly, their weapons offline, as if mocking the Empire's greatest armada. Before Thaltran could react, the same phenomenon occurred. The human fleet disappeared again, only to reappear seconds later, this time directly above the Eternal Dominion. "What sorcery is this?" Thaltran growled. Sorcery it was not. The humans were demonstrating a technology that should not have existed, a method of faster-than-light travel that bypassed every law of physics as the Empire understood them. FTL drives required massive energy, stable wormhole gates, or hyperspace corridors. What the humans had achieved defied all of that. The Empire had spent millennia perfecting its technology, believing its understanding of the universe to be absolute. Yet, here was humanity, a species deemed insignificant, wielding a power the galaxy had never seen. The human fleet's leader, Captain Elena Vasquez, opened a channel to the Imperial flagship. She was calm, almost casual. "Admiral Thaltran," she began, her voice steady but laced with an edge. "You've spent centuries bullying the galaxy, crushing anyone who dared stand against you. But today, you've met humanity. We don't bow, and we don't break. What you've just witnessed is the culmination of our relentless curiosity, our refusal to accept limits." Thaltran narrowed his eyes. "Your tricks mean nothing. Numbers and firepower win wars." Vasquez smiled faintly. "Do they? She gestured to her crew, and the human fleet shimmered again. This time, the humans performed a maneuver so intricate, it left the Imperial fleet scrambling. They appeared and disappeared in rapid succession, moving in patterns no Imperial sensors could predict. The Eternal Dominion's targeting systems failed to lock on, its massive weapons rendered useless. Vasquez's voice cut through the chaos. "This is what freedom looks like, Admiral. Unpredictable, unstoppable." Thaltran clenched his fists. He had never been humiliated like this before. The Empire's might was supposed to be unassailable. Yet here he was, unable to counter the humans' impossible technology. Back on the Imperial homeworld of Varnis Prime, news of the encounter spread like wildfire. The Empire's High Council convened an emergency session. For the first time in centuries, fear gripped the mighty rulers. If humanity could traverse the stars without relying on wormholes or hyperspace, they could strike anywhere, anytime. No fortress was safe, no fleet untouchable. The Empire prided itself on its technological superiority, but humanity's FTL breakthrough was a paradigm shift. Worse, they had no idea how it worked. Their spies had infiltrated countless civilizations, stealing advancements to maintain the Empire's edge. But humanity's tech was different. It wasn't just advanced, it was alien, even to the most brilliant Imperial minds. Thaltran's fleet limped back to Varnis Prime in disgrace. The Admiral stood before the High Council, his once proud demeanor replaced by shame. "They didn't fire a single shot," he admitted. "They didn't need to. Their technology, it's beyond us." The Council leader, a towering Korlaxian named Darneth Vra, glared at the defeated Admiral. "You mean to tell us that a species we deemed insignificant now holds the key to our destruction?" Thaltran nodded. "If we push them, they won't hesitate to use it." Vra slammed a clawed hand onto the table. "Then we must crush them now, before they grow stronger." But a lone voice interrupted. It was Councillor Therin, one of the few who had studied humanity extensively. "We can't," she said. "Their technology makes them untouchable. If we wage war, we'll lose everything. Our only choice is surrender." The room fell silent. Surrender was unthinkable. Yet humanity had made the unthinkable a reality. Days later, the Empire formally issued a declaration of unconditional surrender to humanity. It was the first time in 10,000 years that the galaxy's most feared power had bowed to another. The humans didn't demand tribute or territory. Instead, they dismantled the Empire's oppressive structures, offering freedom to the countless species once enslaved. And through it all, they never revealed the secret of their FTL technology. For humanity, it wasn't about conquest. It was about proving a point that no empire, no matter how vast, could suppress the indomitable spirit of a species willing to defy the impossible. And so, the galaxy learned to respect humanity not for their strength, but for their audacity.